Imagine uncovering the deepest mysteries about one of history's most revered figures. The Virgin Mary, Mother of Jesus, is known throughout the world as a symbol of purity and devotion. But have you ever stopped to think about how your journey here on earth really ended? The story of Mary's life and death is not just a simple religious account. It holds fascinating secrets and interpretations that few people know about. In this video, we will explore details about what happened to Mary after Jesus' ascension and unravel the mystery of her death, a theme that mixes faith, history and curiosity. Before we start, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, take the opportunity now to like and subscribe. This not only helps bring you more rich content like this, but also ensures that you don't miss any important details. And, speaking of which, following this video to the end is crucial. We will present each part of Maria's life, bringing not only the known facts, but also those interpretations and stories that are less told. If you skip a part, you may miss essential information that reveals how the last moments of Maria's life were interpreted by different cultures and traditions. This is the type of video that not only clarifies historical issues, but also brings deep reflections on faith, love and Maria's journey as Mother of Jesus. Many people know parts of her life, but few understand the important meaning of each event, especially when we talk about her last moments and what really happened after her death. Every minute, you will have a new perspective, a detail that can change your view of Maria's trajectory. Press play and get ready to dive into one of the most impactful and mysterious themes in history. It's going to be a journey full of revelations and curious details. So stay with us until then to find out the outcome of this powerful story. And remember, leaving your like and sharing this video is the best way to support our channel and encourage content that goes in deep on topics like this. Ready to discover what you know about the death of the Virgin Mary. Mary of Nazareth is, without a doubt, one of the most mysterious and revered figures of all time. Its story crosses the boundaries of time, religion and culture, remaining alive in the faith of millions of people over the centuries. But who really was Mary? What do we know about each's life? And, perhaps the most intriguing question of all, how did she die? This is a deep dive into the life and death of the Virgin Mary, exploring details that few know. From a young age, Maria was destined for something great, but without suffering. Born in the small village of Nazareth, Mary was the daughter of Anna and Rahim, a priest couple who, according to some traditions, spent many years in prayer before being blessed with a daughter. At that time, life was extremely difficult and Anna and Joachim's fate was tested as they grew old without children, something seen as a misfortune in their community. Maria's arrival, 10, was considered a miracle, and she was dedicated to the temple early in the morning as a sign of gratitude. During her youth, Maria led a simple and peaceful life, but always marked by devotion and prayer. Different traditions claim that she was consecrated to the temple, where she learned secret teachings and lived there in deep prayer. She was a young woman like many, but with a faith that sets her apart. And it was precisely this faith that prepared you for the most transformative moment of your life. Tradition says that when Mary was already a young bride to a man named Joseph, a simple carpenter, the angel Gabriel visited her with a message that would change her life and the course of history. The angel hailed her as full of grace and announced that she would be the mother of the Son of God. Imagine Maria's surprise and shock. She, an ordinary young woman with no major pretensions, was chosen to carry the savior of the world in her womb. Despite the fear and doubt that this news roused, Mary responded with faith and accepted the divine call. Maria's yes did not come without challenges. Joseph, her fiancé, upon discovering that Mary was pregnant, was confused and, as the scriptures say, thought about leaving her in secret, fearing the judgment of the community. At that time, a pregnancy outside of marriage was a source of dishonor, and Mary could even be stoned. But Joseph also had a dream visit from an angel. who reassured him and explained the great mystery of Mary's mission. He then accepted the role of earthly father to the boy who would be born, protecting Mary and caring for her. While Mary and Joseph waited for Jesus to arrive, the Roman Empire decreed a census and everyone would likely return to their family's hometown. Maria, in the last days of her pregnancy, had to face a long and difficult journey to Bethlehem. The city was full, and there was no place to stay. In an act of simplicity and humility, the birth of the Savior took place in a stable. The scene of Jesus, newborn, surrounded by animals, is today one of the best-known icons of Christianity, but at that time, it was just a humble family welcoming their firstborn in extremely precarious conditions. Mary, even though she was the mother of Jesus, had to overcome many obstacles. During Jesus' childhood and adolescence, she accompanied him in his development. We don't know many details about these years, but it's safe to say that Maria had to deal with the difficulties and sacrifices that all mothers face. When Jesus began his public ministry, Mary was his first supporter. A notable episode was at the wedding at Cana, when, in the middle of a wedding party, the wine ran out. Mary asked Jesus for help, and it was from there that he performed his first miracle, turning water into wine. From that moment on, Jesus followed his mission and, little by little, his presence became more difficult. Maria knew that her son's mission involved a great sacrifice and that he would face dangers, but faith and maternal love kept her by his side. She accompanied him as long as she could, but she knew that Jesus' destiny was beyond what she, as a mother, could control. Then came the most painful moment of Mary's life, the crucifixion. Imagine a mother's pain when she saw her son of such torture and humiliation unjustly condemned. She was there, at the foot of the cross, holding on to give strength to her son until the last moment. His presence in this final moment symbolized an unshakable faith, a love that goes beyond life and a complete dedication to the purpose of Jesus. This moment, in which Mary watches her son die, has become a universal symbol of pain, faith and resilience. After the resurrection of Jesus, Mary presented herself with their pathos. In some traditions, she is mentioned as one of the main figures who gave strength and support to the disciples as Christianity began to spread. But as the years passed, this life became a mystery again. Many believe that she lived her final years in tranquility and solitude in a peaceful location. Some scholars say that she spent her last years in a peace related to the Apostle John, to whom Jesus had entrusted his mother before he died. Others believe that she remained in Jerusalem, but wherever she went, Mary maintained a life of deep spirituality. The question of how Mary died is surrounded by different interpretations. In our Orthodox tradition, her death is described as the dormition of Mary. That is, she entered a deep sleep before being taken to heaven. This vision is a poetic way of describing that Mary did not experience death like other people, but rather a transitional transition. For the Catholic Church, the resumption of Mary is one of the fundamental dogmas. She was elevated to heaven in body and soul, without undergoing integration. This mystery surrounding Mary's death and resumption became a topic of profound spiritual significance. Over the centuries, the figure of Mary gained importance in popular devotion and Christian theology. She is not only seen as the mother of Jesus, but also as an intercessory mother, someone who understands suffering and welcomes it with infinite love. The symbolism of the resumption of Mary is related to the idea of victory over death, a sign that she has been redeemed from all the consequences of sin and is seen as an example for all humanity. This episode is celebrated in the Christian world as a sign of hope and faith, reinforcing Mary's role as mother of all the faithful. She is an example of how our faith, even in the most difficult situations, can elevate us to a state of peace and harmony with the divine. Devotion to Mary grew over time and, today, she is one of the most revered religious figures in the world. Over the centuries, There have been reports of Mary's appearances in different places, from Mexico to Portugal, with messages of hope, requests for peace and calls for the conversion of humanity. These reports are surrounded by mystery and awaken devotion and faith in millions of people. It is believed that Mary continues to intercede for humanity, always ready to hear the prayers of those who suffer or need help. The image of Mary as the mother who welcomes and understands human suffering is something that goes beyond the barriers of time. She is remembered for her humility, her love and, most importantly, her unshakable faith. In every part of the world, there are shrines dedicated to witches' memory, where believers of all ages and backgrounds go in search of consolation and hope. She is a figure that a person has in a common purpose of faith and love. The mystery surrounding Mary's life and thus remains one of the most intriguing themes in the Christian faith. From the yes of the angel Gabriel to the moment she was taken to heaven, Mary teaches us that true love and true faith are capable of facing any adversity. Her story is a reminder that suffering can be overcome and that faith can give us unimaginable strength. Many believe that, just as she was present in the life and mission of Jesus, Mary continues to be present in the lives of her devotees, offering her protection and comfort. The life and death of the Virgin Mary is a journey of faith and hope. Her spiritual presence is a constant for millions of believers around the world, who see her as a loving mother, intercessor and example of humility and devotion. HAS legacy is eternal, and HAS mystery continues to intrigue and inspire us. Its story, more than a set of events, is a symbol that transcends time and space, awakening a feeling of honesty, faith and admiration. The mystery surrounding Mary, both in her life and in her death, is an inexhaustible source of inspiration for the Christian world and for those seeking hope. This mystery is expressed not only in religious doctrine, but also in the way Mary came to be seen in all cultures where the Christian faith took root. She presents the mother who understands, who welcomes and who cherishes her children's pain, an image that has become universal. In many cultures, Mary's characteristics are linked to fundamental aspects of motherhood, compassion and divine intercession. In Latin America, for example, Mary is revered as Our Lady of Guadalupe, in one of the most famous and documented apparitions. In the 16th century, an indigenous peasant named Juan Diego reported that he saw Mary in a vision, bringing a message of love and hope to the Mexican people. In Lourdes, France, and Fatima, Portugal, other reports of Mary's apparitions became fossil of pilgrimage and faith. In these appearances, she always appears as a compassionate and understanding mother, an image that reinforces her role as spiritual mother to all. These demonstrations of faith throughout history show that, for millions, Mary is not just a figure from the past, but a constant presence who answers prayers and offers comfort in difficult times. Many people report having felt Mary's presence in moments of suffering, as if she was there, beside them, sharing their pain and offering comfort. This type of devotion reinforces the mystery of Mary and the spiritual connection she maintains with the faithful. The vision of Mary as an intercession is reflected in the practice of many prayers and rituals in her honor. One of the most hidden is the Rosary, which, according to Catholic tradition, is a form of meditation and direct connection with Mary. The Rosary prayer is considered a request for intercession, and many people believe that it is capable of exciting the heart and bringing peace to the soul. The power of prayer and devotion to Mary has become a fundamental part of the lives of millions, and it is through these practices that many have held themselves close to her. Mary's role also expands to the field of feminine spirituality. In a world where the representation of women has often been associated with limitations, Maria is seen as a figure of strength, who accepted a great destiny and the decision with courage. She is remembered not only for her holiness, but for her humanity, for the doubt she certainly felt, for the sacrifices she made, and for the unconditional love she had for her son. In Mary, many women find a representation of strength and faith, an inspiration to face challenges with resilience and love. The way Mary is seen and detailed is also reflected in art, where for him it occupies a central place. Over the centuries, she has been portrayed in paintings, sculptures, music and poetry. Great Renaissance artists such as Michelangelo and Raphael immortalized Mary in some of the most beautiful works of art in history. Her image with the baby Jesus in her arms, or with a serene expression of peace and devotion, has become an icon of beauty and spirituality. This representation is also a reminder of purity and compassion, values that the faithful associated with Mary. Devotion to Mary is also reflected in many religious events and festivities, such as Assumption Day, Hilton Aux 15, and the Feast of Our Lady of Aparecida in Brazil, which attract millions of faith. At these events, people come together to celebrate Mary's life, give thanks for her victories and ask for her intercession. It is a way of expressing love and gratitude for a spiritual mother who, even distant in time, is felt as close and present in the life of each devotee. Maria's influence goes beyond the stores and extends into the daily lives of millions. In difficult situations, Vice's name is invoked as a symbol of protection. In vulnerable communities, her role is seen as that of a mother who cares for the needy and helpless, being remembered and honored as a source of strength and hope. Vice's example of faith and devotion inspires millions to seek peace and reconciliation. Mary represents the call to love, to forgive and to serve others, qualities that elevate the human spirit and help create a more compassionate world. Her story is, in essence, a story of unconditional love, the love of a mother who overcomes all difficulties and who remains alive in the memory, prayer and faith of the faithful. Therefore, the mystery surrounding Mary, especially how she died and how she was received into heaven, is something that continues to inspire debate, reflection and prayer. The doctrine of the Resurrection, which proclaims that Mary was taken to heaven body and soul, is a sign of confidence that the Church places in her purity and fidelity. For many believers, it is a reminder that this is not the end, but a glorious beginning of a full life with God. The silence of Scripture about Mary's last days, on the other hand, leaves room for faith. Each person is invited to reflect on the mystery of the Dormition and the Resurrection as an act of devotion and respect. Mary is an example of how a life dedicated to faith and love can overcome even the mystery of death, reaching a state of glory and eternal peace. Ultimately, the life and death of the Virgin Mary remain a mystery that challenges minds and warms hearts. She is, for many, the classic example of divine love manifested in a human person. Your presence is a reminder that everyone has a special role in the world and that, with faith and courage, it is possible to overcome any obstacle. The story of Mary of Nazareth, marked by simplicity, faith and boundless love, invites us to reflect on our own paths and seek a greater purpose. It is a journey that begins in humility and ends in glory, inspiring millions of people to look beyond difficulties and find hope and strength in faith. Take the opportunity to share this video with friends and family. The more people know these little stories, the more we can reflect and value the legacy of such remarkable figures as Maria. And of course, if you like this content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell. We have many more videos on the way, with themes that will surprise you and leave you stuck at the beginning.